What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with me, your boy Iggy. Today, we are kind of in a random spot. I was headed back to go check on the squid farm that we set up in the last episode, and I came across this odd structure, which would appear to be a completely buried, desert temple. So I figured we would just, loot this bad boy real quick on the, we'll just go and get rid of all this, and then we can just fly right out the top. Get rid of that. What do we got? Respiration 2, and it's not terrible, I'll take it. Emerald in the saddle, not bad. Some diamond armor, I'll take that. And it's all garbage. And, yeah, golden apple, it's not terrible loot. Oh, there's another saddle, I missed that. And then we definitely want to go ahead and grab all this TNT down here, because free TNT, why not? I will take it. Alright, and that is the end of that. So, I believe the squid farm is over this way. Yep, there's my AFK platform. And I did about an hour of AFKing last night after finishing the farm. And here is what we ended up with. So, quite a bit of ink sac. So, definitely farm is working even better than I could have expected. So, I'm going to head back to the base and drop off all the loot that I just got from that desert monument. And then we will go ahead and get started on today's project. So I will see you in just a minute. Alrighty, so now for today's episode, you now find me on the Mushroom Island. And that is because right over there, let me zoom in for you, is one of the ocean monuments that we cleared in a couple episodes back. You can see the top's actually blown open right there. But I figured this would be the perfect monument for our Guardian farm because nothing around it. I mean, we could probably take those two little islands down to below sea level and those would not be spawnable. And then the Mushroom Island here is completely unspawnable because it's a Mushroom Island. So that means even if we're chilling over here, hypothetically, this farm should still be at least somewhat running. I mean, granted, the caves underneath the ocean might have some impact on the rates, but I think overall, between our high up AFK spot and then just hanging out here on the Mushroom Island, where I'm actually considering building a mega base at some point, yeah, this is going to be the perfect monument for the Guardian farm. So we're going to be using a design by logicalgeekboy from his Simply Minecraft series. So far, those tutorials have been great just for single-player worlds where you don't need to do anything too crazy. But yeah, I am really looking forward to getting this this farm done because Guardian farms are one of my favorite farms to do. The Prismarine, like, ocean monument blocks are some of my favorite blocks in the game. And it just looks fantastic with the new copper block. So I'm really excited to start working with that. So I've got my little, kind of base camp set up here, base of operations for the project. And, we've got our stuff to make a conduit so we can breathe underwater. We've got all of our, potions of invisibility so we aren't seen when we're constructing the farm. We got our soul sand, which we're going to need. We've got our building blocks to cover the top of the farm and our glass to do the sides. We've got some temporary blocks, and then we've got all of our hoppers and redstone gizmos and doodads that we're going to need to clean up or get the farm up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and look over the steps that we're going to need to go ahead to get this thing started, and then I will join back up with you and we'll get started on building this farm. So looking forward to it. We'll see you in just a sec. Alrighty, so it's actually the next day in real life. It got kind of late there last night. I ended up having to do some family stuff, but I think we are ready to go ahead and get started on this this Guardian farm. So I have went ahead and stripped off all of my gear other than my helmet. So I will have the respiration and aqua affinity, and actually I should probably swap that for boots so I can swim faster, because you can wear one piece of armor, and actually we'll keep the respiration until I get the conduit put up. So what we're going to do is, that's our ocean monument right there. We are going to drink our potion of invisibility. We are going to ditch the trash, just litter a little bit. And then we are going to grab our temporary blocks, some glass that we're actually going to need, and some prismarine. And then we are going to go down here and get this conduit thrown in so that we can breathe underwater. And I totally forgot that I yoinked all the sea lanterns off of this, what's it called? Front of the monument here. So that's going to be a little fun. Let's see. This one. That. Get rid of that. And it should hopefully power up. Yep, there we go. We'll just come down and build the full-size one so that we've got the range. Yeah. All right, and that will be immensely helpful with the night breathing and the water vision. So now that we can actually like swim around fast, what we're going to do, come over here to the center of our monument, and with the front right there, we're going to pick this block right here, and we are going to go ahead and tower up. So 1, 2, and then third block. We can get rid of these two temporary ones right here, and then we're just going to bring this over so it is 4 blocks wide, like so. Put the front right over there, and then we are going to come out 17 blocks in either direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in real quick, and then I will be right back with you. And I just paused so I don't waste my invisibility potion. I'll be right back. All right, so now we've got our 4 in the middle with 17 out on each side. We're going to come to one end, and we are going to go out 19 blocks this time, both directions. So 19 that way, 19 that way, and then we're going to go to the other end and go 19 that way and 19 that way. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in, and I will see you once I've got it all done. Alrighty, so now we should have a big glass H just above the water surface, and we are going to go ahead and connect the open ends so that we have got one giant glass box. And this is basically going to be what our farm is going to be contained in. And the best thing about this particular design, which I can't remember if I mentioned or not, is by logicalgeekboy from his Simply Minecraft series, is you do not have to drain any water for this. You do not have to tear down the ocean monument. You do not have to really add any water. It's pretty great. So, and the way it works is because we'll be AFK so high up in the sky that all the guardians should spawn only on our little platform, and any that don't will just immediately despawn because we'll be so high up. And hypothetically, being on that mushroom island, because mobs don't spawn out there, with the exception of the drown and the guardians, and then maybe some mobs in caves underneath, we should still get okay rates, I would think, if we are doing stuff over on the islands over there, because the islands are mob free. So now that we've got our big box, I got to go ahead and check to see what the next step of the farm is so we can continue on, but we are making great progress. So I will be right back with you. Just a quick jump cut away, and I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, so next step is we are going to come down here under one of the corners, and not the actual corner block, but the one next to it. We're going to place a temporary block and come in one, and then get rid of our temporary block right here. And then we are going to come 7 blocks total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. keep in mind the first block that we placed, not the temporary one, but the first one after that, that's inside the corner here, counts as 1. So it's 7 blocks and then glass. And then we are going to come down over to the other side, temporary block, come in 1, get rid of the temporary block. And then again, it's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a glass block that should give you a 2-block space in the middle, which it does. We are all set there. And now we are going to go ahead and repeat that over on that side, and that side. So we've got 4 of these. Because basically this farm is 2 modules. We've got this side and this side. And I will be putting a link to Logical Geek Boy's channel or video in the description, just because his has the material list and goes over all the little technical bits and bobs that I can't really tell you. So same thing. I'll just show you one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glass. Get up here, and we need to get somewhere somewhat safe so that I can drink this other potion so we don't die, because we are about to die. Ooh, that would... Oh, mother. How did they see me? Okay, well, I guess I'm drinking yet another potion after I sleep, and we got to go get our stuff. But so yeah, I'm going to go grab my things, and get back to getting that... farm together. So I will see you in just a moment. I still can't believe I just died right there. That's unbelievable. Alrighty, well, now that I've gathered my things after getting completely just totally wrecked, what we're going to come down here and do is on all of these, we're going to go ahead and just connect them all the way across. So it'll be this one and that one, and then you'll fill in the netherrack or whatever temporary block you have all the way down as well. And you're going to do that on all 4 sections. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done and try to pay closer attention to my potion effects here. As you can see, I now have my ender pearls on my hotbar as well as a backup potion of invisibility. Just in case, thinking about it, I should probably also have my elytra on my hotbar just so I can throw that thing on and bail if I need to. But so now, yeah, like I said, you've got your glass going all the way across. We're going to do the same thing right here, and then the same for the 2 on that side, and then you'll fill the netherrack in. So once I've got that, I will be right back, and I will show you how it looks. And again, I'm just going to pause it so I don't waste my potion effects. The invisibility potions are somewhat time-consuming and somewhat expensive to make. Not really, but irritating nonetheless. So don't want to be wasting that. So I will be right back with you. Okay, now, if you watch the time lapse, you should see we will have 4 of these little quadrants here. And things are getting a little bit safer. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is come to the ends here, and we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and then underneath that, another 4, and we're going to do those 8 blocks. So back of this glass, so 1, and then come across, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are going to do that on the other side as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in, and then I will be right back with you. Okay, now that you placed your 8 blocks, what you're going to do is you're going to come underneath, and you're just going to extend these on the sides all the way down to the ends. Like so you're just going to do that for all 4 rows. So there's 1, and then the next one would be right here on the other side underneath the glass. And you're just going to bring that all the way down. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in, and then we will start working on the item collection system. Okay, so now for the item collection system, you're going to come over to one side here, and on the middle 2 blocks of glass, you're going to place temporary blocks like that underneath. And then you're going to get your droppers, and you're going to come and place them facing up. Get the 2 of them like so. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Down here, and again, 1 and 2, and get our 2 droppers and place them facing up. So. And then, you know what, let's go ahead and check our invisibility. We should probably drink another one of these just to play it safe. Pitch that over there. Now you will get rid of your 2 temporary blocks, and you are just going to run a hopper line all the way across into your droppers over there. And this may get a little tricksy because you're trying to shift click these into each other, but you're also underwater. So you want to, like, the game wants you to sink down. So what I do is I just kind of stand on top like this and work my way down. It actually helps do it at the edge a little bit so you're not as what's it called, not falling into the hopper. But you want to make sure all these are running into each other. You're just going to work your way all the way down, and then you're going to do the same thing into that hopper or dropper, and then into the 2 on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and get those all lined up, and then I will meet back up with you. Alrighty, now we should have all of our hopper lines put in, and what we need to do next is get rid of that water that is over the hoppers there. So now that we're kind of safe here, I would probably help if I put the wings on. Need to come over here and just grab sponges. We can just come right back over across. Take the elytra off just in case anybody on the outside sees me. And then what we were just going to go ahead and do is just sponge, 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 sponge. That gets rid of all of the water in there. We'll come back for the sponges. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. And then you are going to cover all of these hoppers with your Soulfire campfires. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all done. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Soulfire campfires put down on top of all of these hoppers, and then I will be right back with you. Alrighty, so at this point we've got all of our Soulfire campfires put in, and now what we are going to need to do is, let's see, we're going to go ahead and put this one back down. We'll put some of this extra stuff away that we're not necessarily going to be needing just yet. Toss the shovel in there. Potion of invisibility, we'll keep that on us. Want the glass. Put up here. And then the ender chest, I guess for the time being, we'll just set it there so that we can get our soul sand out. And you know what? We'll leave these shulkers up here. And this way I can actually carry all of this, because we're going to need all this soul sand. So what we are going to do is we are going to drink another potion of invisibility. We are invisible, and then we are going to come down underneath each of our, well, I use netherrack, but whatever temporary block you had here, you're going to come down 1, 2, and then on your third block is going to be a soul sand. We can get rid of these 2 temporary blocks. And now what you're going to do is under all of the netherrack or whatever your temporary block is, you are going to place your soul sand. So you're going to come all the way to the glass and then just fill all of this in all the way down. Make sure I don't have anything on. And you're going to do that for all 4 of your quadrants. So just make sure that you just stay underneath the netherrack or whatever you used for your temporary block up there. So it's all lined up. You may have to get rid of some kelp. And then, yeah, you're just going to go ahead and fill this in for all 4 of your sections where you've got your temporary block. So I'm going to go ahead, get all that put in, and then I will join back up with you, and we will work on the next step of the farm. Okay, next up, we are going to be working on the item like elevator. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down, and next to your droppers on either side, you're going to put a target block. And then in front of that, so you'd place a temporary block under one of the targets, and then come forward 1 and place 4 coming all the way across. Bring those out by 2, so it's 3 by 4, like that. And then on top of all these blocks right here, you're just going to have glass. And then you can throw a temporary block right there. And we're just going to go ahead and box in our little area here, because this is where our redstone is going to go. So we will just kind of come along here and get a nice little box going. And we don't have one. Alrighty, so now you should have something that looks like... should have something that looks a little bit like this. Alright, so let me go check the next step, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now that you've got your little box, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is drain that out. So just use one of your sponges if you got them, or you can fill it with dirt. And then we are going to get our solid blocks, and we're going to place one right there, in the 2 corners. Then we are going to get our comparators, which is already on my hotbar. We're going to place one coming out of that dropper. We're going to flick both of those to the little light on. And we're going to get our redstone dust. There's going to be one there and one there. And then 2 back here. And then a repeater there. Oh, nope, that's a comparator. Not what I wanted. Then a repeater there. And a repeater there. Facing in, and then you may want to place a torch in here. I do not have any torches on me at the moment, so how am I gonna get out of here? Do that, and then I'm gonna come and sleep, and then I'm going to throw a light block in there so that it is lit and mobs don't spawn, because the last thing you want is a creeper or other spawning in your little area there. And I think I picked up some sea lanterns. Yep, so we'll just take, you know what, we'll make it look nice and we'll do 4. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and chuck a sea lantern. You know what, we'll do one there and one there. That shouldn't affect anything, and that way we can actually climb out of this thing if we drop into it. So now you're just going to do the same thing over on the other side. How much invisibility do I have left? Just enough. So we'll come over here, and let's see, we'll put our sea lanterns back. We'll grab our target blocks. One there. One there. Get rid of my little exit block that I had. Then we are going to place a temporary block right on the bottom like that. And then get our solid blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those out by additional 2. And then we'll place another temporary block right there. Get our glass. Bring those all the way up. And then again on top of these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just then we'll grab our sponge, drop that in there, get that back, get our solid blocks, and again that's going to be 2 in the center, 2, 1 in each of the corners. Redstone dust there, repeater feeder there, feeder there, redstone dust in here, and comparators going out like so. And then again, we'll grab our light blocks. I mean, you could just use torches if you want, but so yeah, now you should have 2 modules that look like that. I'm going to get away so the guardians don't murk me as soon as this invisibility wears off, and get ready for the next step. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, I actually missed a little bit. So what we're going to come and do is we are going to, let's see, it's going to be 2 glass blocks. I believe it's here and here. And then we are going to go ahead and fill all these all the way up like that. So we'll just go do it on the other side. So I believe it was here, here, and then those 4 and those 2. Perfect. Alrighty. Now let me go check what the next step's going to be. Alrighty. Now at this point, so we are going to start on the outer edge, and we are just going to start placing water sources along here. And you can just do every other block, and it'll fill in the middle one, because you will create an infinite water source. And then you're just going to do that all the way down, and you should see that one, throw that back in, that one in. But yeah, once all of these are water sources, you will see they go right to the glass and stop, which is exactly what we want. That way the bubble elevators will push up the guardians. They will get shuffled over into the campfires, where they will then meet their demise and get funneled into our collection system, where the drops will be sent up and we will be able to collect them. So basically you're going to do this, and then you're going to get rid of all of these temporary blocks, and then you're going to come to the other side. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. That was bad. Okay. So yeah, don't do that. But you're going to want to actually, so yeah, the safe way would be to come up on the edge here and then come over and do the same water sources along this wall as well. And then remove the temporary blocks, and then on this one, it'll be right here, and on that one, it'll be over on that side. So I'm going to go ahead, get all the water sources in, get all the temporary blocks out, and then we will move on to the next step. I will see you then. Okay, now that we've got all the temporary blocks out, while we still have invisibility, what we're going to do is with our glass blocks, we're going to come down here to the middle of the farm, right here, and we are going to come down 1, 2, 3 blocks, and we are just going to extend that wall all the way down to the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in, and then I will rejoin with you for the next step. So yeah, it's just a 3 blocks down from the very center of the farm between the 2 modules, just to keep these separate so the guardians don't go swimming back and forth in between the 2 and are forced into our kill chamber. So I'm gonna get that in, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and bring this entire perimeter up by 1 block with glass so I can see into the farm, and then we are going to cover the entire roof of the farm inside this box. So the block that would be next to this one is going to be a solid block. I will be using stone bricks for this. So I am just going to go ahead, get my perimeter in. Hope my potion does not wear off, because I've got 1 left. So, yep, I'm just going to go ahead, get this perimeter in, get a lid on this thing, and then I will join back up with you once I've got that all done, and we'll continue the farm. Alrighty, so at this point, we've got the entire thing covered. I'm going to have to come back and light this up later. Not a huge deal right now while it's daytime, but what we're going to do next is set up the collection system, and I will probably be doing an item sorter. You do not have to do an item sorter, but that's the way that I'm going to do it. So what we are going to have to do is I'm going to do, let's see. So we've got crystals, shards, cod, ink sac. So I'll probably do 2 for the crystals, 2 for the shards, 1 for the cod, and 1 for the ink sac. And then we're going to do those chests 4 high. So let's see. So there's going to be one there. And I see these dudes are shooting at me. So basically just going to do these, what is it, 4 high. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. So it's going to be lined up with this, with the wall, like so. And then what do we do over here? 5, 6. So again, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the auto sorter redstone put in for these. And then I will show you how to bring the item elevators here up so that they flow into the collection system. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to do your basic Impulse SV item sorters on the back of these, get all the chests in. And then once I've got the item sorter, then we will go ahead and put in the elevators to finish it and get our AFK spot. And the farm will be all done. So episode's getting really long at this point. Like I said, it's your basic item sorters. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I'm going to get them put in real quick and then we'll be right back. All right, so got the item sorter in with the overflow dispensers that go into the lava. So once these fill up, first 2 are shards, second 2 are crystals, then ink sacs, then cod. Anything that overflows goes into the lava. Same thing over here, just mirrored. Now what we're going to do for our item collection is these 2 blocks come up, these 4, these 2, and these 2. And so we're just going to continue these all the way up. So it's going to be the 4 in the middle and then the 2 on either side until we are level with our hoppers, droppers, etc. right here. So again, we'll come up a little bit further. Perfect. So now all the items are going to end up right here. We'll get a water stream put in, and that should carry them down to the end. So let's see. We'll come up 1 more. And then we will bring glass down. Like so. And the same thing over on this side. We'll just bring the glass tube all the way down. And actually, you know what? We're going to bring the ends up a little bit higher so that we can have the water stream right there. And then it will flow down. And it should hopefully hit all of our hoppers here. So let's go ahead, take a water bucket, and give it a test. We'll place the water there. And does that go all the way to the end? It looks like it does. Alright, so now we just got to duplicate that over on this side and put a lid on it. So let's just come up here real quick and power up to make sure that we can see that, yes, it is in fact going all the way to the last hopper. That is good. Just got to do it over here and then set up the AFK platform. So, yep, and as you can see, the items are getting yeeted out the top. So we're definitely going to need a lid on this bad boy. So just come across like that. And then one of those. Like so. So now it should come up and get carried and then get carried down, and then it will start going into our hopper system. So I'm going to go ahead, get the other side put in, just basically duplicate the same thing on the other side, and then we'll get the AFK platform in, and we'll call the episode for the day. So give me a sec. Okay, now that you've got your collection system done, regardless of how you did it, whether you followed the original tutorial or you did my modified design here with the overflow and the item sorters, you're going to want to come out, starting with the glass edge, or the edge block. That's going to be 1. You're going to want to come out to the 19th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then on the 19th block right here, we are going to pillar up to Y186. And that, excuse me, is where your AFK spot is going to go. So just give me a second here and we will platform all the way up to 186 and get our AFK spot in. So once I get up there and get a little AFK spot made, I'll meet back up with you and we'll wrap things up for today. Alrighty, and just like that, we are up here. We've pillared up, placed a block at Y186, which is right there, right underneath us. Built a little platform, put a roof over it so phantoms don't get me. And then if we look down, which is collection systems over there, yeah, you can see it looks like things are doing stuff. So yes, indeed, we got the farm all finished, and I think that's all the time we are going to have for today. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll let you know in the next episode what kind of rates we get from AFKing up here for a little bit. Probably do like an hour or so. But like I said, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, get subscribed so you don't miss any videos. Hit the bell button so you're notified every time a new video comes out. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you liked the video. Tell me what you liked about it. And check me out on Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon, all of which are at Iggy. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.